Today we're going to be working on a 2016 Chevrolet SS. We'll be installing a VLine 2 in here, so we'll be taking out the radio here, and we'll show you how we do all those connections. So the first step here, we'll be taking off this piece of trim, and then we'll do the one on the other side. So to get this piece off, we're just going to take our pry tool, and we're going to pry underneath it. There we go. And then you can just work your way down. Like that. And there you can see all the clips that hold it in. Alright, so next we'll do this piece here. There we go. There's those clips that hold that one in. Alright, so next we're going to be taking out the display and this button panel here. We're going to have two 7mm on the left side and two over here on the right side. So we'll remove all four of those real quick. And now that we've got those removed, we can just pull up on the display down here, and that'll pop the clips loose for it. And then we'll actually pull the button panel out of place first. And to pull on this, I'm going to pull on the top, but there's also two clips on the bottom down here, so I'm going to support it on the bottom as I pull out. And then we've got the right one loose, and then we got the left one. And we're just going to have this plug on the back right here. We'll undo that. And then next we'll pull out the display panel. And so to get the display panel out, we're just going to pull on that. And you might need a pry tool for the top corners up here. It just kind of depends on how tight it is. There we go. And now that that's loose, we're going to have some plugs on the back here that we'll undo. There we go. And then we've got the display out of the way. And now lastly, to get the radio out, we're just going to take out these four 7mm that are around it. And now that we've got all those loose, the radio will just pull directly out, and we'll disconnect everything on the back here. Go. Now that we've got all those loose, we can go ahead and put in our VLine wiring next. Alright, so we've got our GBMF here, and this will be actually connecting behind the display. These plugs can fit behind the radio, but if you do that, you'll get a white display with the VLine. So I want to make sure this goes behind the display. And that GBMF cable is going to be in this wiring that comes out of the top here. And that'll be this one here. Up to that, and then we're just going to run the plug for the VLine over to here where the air vent is, and we'll run that down into the glove box here once we get all of our other cables in. And next here we have our main harness, the MCF GMLC, and for this we're going to connect behind the radio, so we're going to connect to this plug here. And then we're going to connect to the larger quad lock style connector. There we go. And then this we're going to run back up here with our GBMF, and that'll go to the VLine itself. There we go. And lastly we have our GM Mini USB. And this side here is going to go to the VLine. So we're going to route that over here. And then this side right here is going to go into the radio, and it's actually going to take the slot of the factory one, this one here. So we're going to leave this disconnected when we put the radio back in, and we're going to connect ours instead. Alright, so we've got our GPS antenna here. We're actually going to stick that up here behind this on top of a metal beam. So we'll peel off the bottom of that, and we're just going to stick that right up here. I'm just going to press down on both sides of it to make sure it sticks. There we go. And then we're going to route this cable to the V-line like all of our other ones as well. Alright, so we've drilled out a hole right here to run our wires through, and we've already ran the GPS antenna through here, so you can see that. Next, we're going to start running our other wires through, like our main harness and video cables. There we go. So now we've got our main harness through. And then any slack that we have, once we get everything plugged in here, we'll be wire tying that up and putting it behind the radio or behind the dash, in places it won't get damaged. Next we'll do the video cable. There's that. And then lastly, we just need to run our USB, or our GM Mini USB. And if you're running the USB extension, you'll also want to run that through here as well, and then you'll run the other end wherever you want that to be. Alright, so we've got the V-line now here in the glove box. We've got all of our cables ran, everything's cable managed. So now we're ready to move on to the radio. Alright, so now we're ready to make all of our connections back at the radio again. Now we're going to go ahead and start with ours. So we're going to put in the main connector. There's that. And then we're going to do our other one here. And then lastly, we've got our GM Mini USB. And that's going to hook in here. There we go. And then with this one, we'll leave the factory one disconnected. So that'll just be free open behind the radio. And next, we're going to do this blue connector here for the video. And now this blue connector here is the same as our video connector, but our video connector goes behind the actual display and not behind the radio. And then lastly, we'll hook up our antennas. And then as I'm doing this, I'm just going through and making sure everything's all organized fine. So when we put the radio back in, there's no clumps of wiring or anything keeping us from putting the radio fully in. Alright, so now I've got everything connected for the radio. And then we're going to lift up some of the wiring here, and I just want to make sure everything for the display is available and it's not trapped behind the radio. So now we're going to go ahead and put the radio back in, like this. And then we're going to mess with some of the wiring back here now. And we just want to make sure we've got this connector here free. The display, this one free, and this one free. And then outside of that, we want to make sure we don't have any extra slack behind the radio that's keeping us from pushing it all the way in. There we go. We'll just need a tiny bit more room. There we go. So now that that's seated fully, we just want to make sure all these other wires aren't getting damaged or anything like that. But it looks like they're all good. There we go. And so now we're ready to bolt the radio back in. once you put in one corner, I always like to go to the other corner just to make sure it kind of goes in evenly. And you also want to push in. You don't want the screws to fully pull the radio in. You want to make sure that it actually has room to pull in. There we go. And now that that's in, we can move on to the display. Alright, now we're going to make our connections for the display. We're just going to set this in place. We're not going to fully snap it in because the button panel actually needs to be snapped in first. And so next we've got the button panel here. We're just going to go ahead and plug that in. And we're going to line up these two clips first at the bottom. There we go. And you're going to have to tuck the top part here underneath the display. I just want to make sure these bottom two clips get lined up. And also you want to make sure the slack down here for the harness doesn't get in the way as well. There we go. There we go. So now we got that snapped in. And now I can snap in the display. And then all that's left is these 4 bolts here. And now that we got those in, we'll move on to our trim. And this, we're just lining up the 3 clips on the driver's side one. Just push in, and then we'll do this one over here. And then for this one, we'll just be lining up all the clips as well. And after that, just push in. There we go. Now we're ready to test things out.